Hello, I'm Otter, and welcome to Balin's Challenge. The idea is inspired by Juice's Caves Only series. It's played by creating a normal world and following a few self-imposed rules that I'll explain later on. For now, let's create the world and get moving. Where is the sun? That is the direction I want to go. I also noticed when I was scouting out the world that there was a cherry blossom biome over here. I don't think it's super necessary to have access to cherry wood, but it's nice to have the option. So we're going to do it. Immediately after arriving at the village, I set to work saving these poor dwarves from their surface world prison. And that began by digging out a very preliminary little mine underneath this house that they'd been stuck in. Planting veggies in dry soil isn't going to be very efficient. It's going to take them a long time to grow, but they will eventually grow. And right now I don't have a bucket, so this is going to have to do, but my next job is definitely go get a bucket. So if I were some sort of hardcore player, the first thing I would make would be a shield. But I'm not playing hardcore at all. And what I really want is a bucket. And that is why I wanted the bucket, because now these things are hydrated and my crops are going to grow a whole lot faster, which means I'm that much closer to having actual food. I really wish this would grow. I guess now that I have iron, I could expand this out and try planting some more trees. While I'm clearing out some extra space for the farm, let's talk about the rules. There's not really a lot to it. Day 0, everything's normal. After that, I'm only allowed on the surface at night. And after day 10, I'm only allowed out on the surface at night, and only if it's been at least 10 days since the last time I was out on the surface. The rest of the time, I have to stay indoors, underground, etc. I'm not a vampire, I don't burn if I'm exposed briefly to sunlight while tunneling near the surface, but as a dwarf, I like my tunnels and my inside spaces. A couple other quick notes. Yes, I looked up the world ahead of time on Chunkbase, because I wanted access to spruce trees and lush caves. When I created the world, I enabled cheats, but I'm only going to use that to fix glitches and stuff. If I ever do use cheats, I'll mention it in the video so you know. And since I'm basically the opposite of a hardcore player, I turned on keep inventory so I don't lose my stuff when I die. It makes the game more relaxed and more fun for me. In your own worlds, you play the way you like. In the long term, I think I'd like to use the same world to do some related challenges. Right now I'm a dwarf, but maybe later I'll be an elf building a hidden domain in a forest. Or a halfling making some cozy holes in the hillside. When I do those, I want to be able to trade between the different communities. But I also want there to be some rules so I can't just carry things back and forth. There has to be some sort of cost to importing things. It's a long ways away though, so we can figure out those rules when we get there. The way crops grow in Minecraft, they get a significant penalty if there's the same type of crop diagonally from them. Within the same line, either north-south or east-west, doesn't really matter. But diagonally is going to hurt them. So this is why you'll sometimes see people planting alternating rows of crops, which is exactly what I'm doing here. I've got potatoes and carrots and potatoes, and it will be carrots, potatoes, carrots, potatoes, carrots, potatoes. It just means that the crops grow a whole lot faster, which, especially early game, really matters. Later on, I tend to stop worrying about it and I just plant big fields of whatever because I only come back and harvest it every once in a while. But right now, I really need all of the food I can get just to make sure I don't risk running out. By this point, I'd managed to collect a bunch of wood from the tree farm and a bunch of vegetables as well, so food wasn't an issue. That left me free to focus on getting down towards the bottom of the world and just keep digging down and down until we're not even all the way down. We're at Y level minus 33, but we have diamonds. Four diamonds. That's enough for a pick, and I guess a shovel if I wanted one. Diamonds in hand, it was time for one more push to bedrock, and then this dwarf was ready to get serious about mining. think I'm going to wrap up the video here. As you can see, I've gone a little bit farther than what you've seen, but that makes a good story for the next video. In the meantime, have a great day and take care of yourself. Bye.